It's Thursday, meaning it's time for King's Pyrite, a fool's gold campaign. Oh Lord, everything on my site is exploding already.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Um,
good for the theme.
oh yeah. Uh, to
Hmm.
be- uh, to begin, we're going to introduce our players and our producer Hellhound, and we're going to start with y'all. Y'all look prepared tonight. Bat Kyle.
Oh, howdy, folks. It's me, Bat Kyle, your friendly neighborhood menace. You can find me here, on Thursdays. You got the right day as Badges Rage Quake. I'm gonna drop this city into a chasm nude. Uh, you can, find me on Sundays playing Len, Bad Bear Cat, Costin, the Usuran shapeshifter who has creative uses of those animal forms. And then you can find me on the Discord, generally sharing unhinged food memes because I can and they haven't stopped me yet. Um, so let's go over to Ruth.
What is Hi, I'm Ruth. Um Today I am here as Desrai, our super cool, super sexy, as if that was a personality trait. I need to write this shit down. Barbarian Paladin, multi-class, super cool. On Tuesdays, you can find me here as Exit, our resident fixer, who is begrudgingly also a corpo. Um, and on Sundays, I am here as Runa, aka Sparky. I'm gonna toss it over to you, Sky.
Hello, I am the Scarred Adventurer. When you don't see me here on Thursdays playing Lucas Alexander, cursed as all hell Warcrest, you will find me on Tuesdays as Red, regretting his life choices death. On and on Sundays as Arthur. Maybe there's more to this guy than being a chatty son of a bastard. Wolf. There's also something else coming eventually, but I'm not going to talk much about that. Otherwise, you can find me with Tango Productions doing stuff all over the place. I don't think I'm missing anything. If I am missing anything, then please someone send me an electric kick to the testicles. Otherwise, you know, I'm going to pass it over to Bison.
That's me. Hi,
I
I
said
am
electric,
Bison.
not telepathic.
I am Bison underscore Stonefist. I'm a regular on this show. I've been here for far too long. Not that that's a bad thing, but anyways, tonight I am playing Encino, our Dragonborn Paladin Ranger Big Damn Hero. On Sunday, you can see me playing Gav. I like to paint Oh the Grin, our lovable dumbass. Um, he is he's very interesting to play, I'll tell you that much. Smarter than he looks, but that's not saying much. That's on Shadow of the Lockterm. And on Tuesdays, I am Night City. I am the guy who runs our Cyberpunk Red campaign, Carnage Heights. Let's go to Mike.
Hello, I'm Mike on the Discord, and I only am playing on Thursday nights, which is tonight playing Boulder, and I'm accompanied by Pebble and Onyx. Boulder's a dwarf, Pebble's a pseudo dragon, also sounds it's a little bit bigger, and Onyx is a somewhat of a jet black shark hound. Other than that, Discord's a great place because the new year has started, so we have a couple of shows that are coming down the pipe, and announcements will be happening there. So I think there's a Rapscallion game starting up at some point when all of the everybody boards the ship and they get off to the races to find what interesting treasure may await. So with that said, I'm going to pass it over to Luna for the final player introduction.
Hi, sweet lovable Luna here, also now known as Kilka. You can find me here on Thursdays, sometimes in the Discord, wherever you might like. You may notice a little bit of new art, whichever direction it's in. I don't know. Oh, okay, I was right. That has been done by a good friend of mine and the channel's D20 Thoughts. He is open for commissions, and I have posted his Ko-Fi there where you can reach out to him and make a request for him to do a nice little drawing like this. Other than that, let's go ahead and I believe that's everybody. So pass it back over to our story keeper, and let's not forget Hellhounds.
Yes, our producer tonight is the wonderful Hellhounds. You will see them hopping around. Commentary. I just looked. Never mind. No commentary.
Sleepy Griffin
And-
tonight.
Yeah, Sleepy Griffin. Why does it keep? Oh, my notes keep getting put away when I go to a new tab because I have too many windows open. So, okay. I am giving this extra warning at the beginning of our sessions. This story is headed into territory that we don't normally head into. References of torture, manipulation, and other much darker subjects are a possibility. My players and producer have an X card that they can use at any time. You, the audience, does not. I'm not asking you not to watch our show, but to please take care of yourself. Thank you for listening to this extra bit of warning. Our VTT is Roll20, Art is from Hero Forge, or Scar's Fingers, or D20 Thoughts. Everything else is from the book, The Fool's Gold Campaign by Hit Point Press. Everything comes with the setting, and it's by Dingo Doodles and Felix Eimrich. All right. Now, let me put Twitch away. And let's get into the world. Let's start with badges.
Let's.
When you enter camp, Bertle, upon seeing the giant toad, is very unhappy. To the point that he just kind of tells you, I'm going home. And begins walking back to the portal. With or without you.
Oh, Badges definitely, of course, goes with trying to cajole him the entire time to knock it off. It's just a giant toad, and it's far from the worst thing that we've ever seen in our adventures together. But Bertle, much like his bonded druid, is stubborn as quack, and definitely takes a good while to convince that maybe they don't need to go home, even though Badges kind of just wants to go home too. He didn't want to be here. He thought this whole thing was a terrible idea. And far preferred to just try and earthquake everything into the dirt so that this portal couldn't be opened. But other people were like, yes, but if it's opened and it's just going to be opened eventually anyway, we should be there to control what happens. And he lost that argument. So,
So Bertle finally starts to listen to you at the portal itself.
Well, we had to get our cardio in, so.
And as you begin to turn around, you see an explosion from Rashika. And then the mech dragon, best term you got, is crashing. Not that far from you.
I let those dipquacks out of my sight for not even a day. And there's been an explosion and a crashed mech dragon. Yeah, that's great. We're just gonna hop on Bertle and we're gonna fly back to the city because there's no point in going back to the
To the
camp.
city?
No,
Or
wherever the explosions.
Are you going to Rashaka, or are you going to go to where the dragon is?
Oh, I thought they were the explosion and the crash dragon happened
No.
at the same time.
No, they're in different spots.
two very different spots. The explosion happened at Rashaka. Why am I calling it Rashika? I don't know. Rashaka. And the mech dragon went down over here. The mech dragon going down is much closer to you.
Then we'll go to the mech dragon first. I mean, my hetero life mate was talking about going up into the dragon anyway, so if it crashed, it's probably at least partially his fault, and he's probably somewhere over there. The rest I'm going to blame on Ohio Jack until I know otherwise, and then I'll probably still blame it on him.
Roll me
goodness.
perception.
Oh, I'm good at perception. 28.
Damn.
As you are walking back, you hear a voice coming from the bush. Hello? Is that a foreclaimer?
Do I recognize this voice?
No.
There's always strays. No, this isn't a foreclaimer. This is Badges, reluctant hero of the Bellowing Wilds.
Can you kill me?
Probably. I've killed a lot of things I probably shouldn't have been able
As
to.
you go to see what this is, talking to you from the bush.
Is it the dragon?
No.
No.
It is a female foreclaimer that you can see slowly is losing its power.
Like the crystal in...
The crystal's gone. You can see the power slowly draining from the lines.
Does that mean you're gonna... Does the power draining mean you're gonna die, or are you gonna
No.
get your emotions back?
Emotions? No. I went through the augmentation. I do not have my emotions.
You quacking people. All right, so you're just dying slowly? What's going on here?
She kind of pulls up on the side, her top, where you see 3 huge claw marks.
Yeah. You were doing a thing.
One of the constructs got me. I couldn't fight back. The other hunters left me.
Yeah, heal. 70 hit points. Get up, quit crying.
She watches it heal. Why did you save me?
Have you done something that deserves death? Because otherwise I'm on a bit of a timetable here.
I was injured. I was supposed to die.
Listen, lady, whatever wackadoodle, oh, this is the most efficient and logical thing to let happen crap you've got going on in that messed up crystal-addled head of yours is just, it's horrible. I hate it. In fact, I kind of want to drop the entire city of you douche nozzles into a chasm. But at the other side of things, I'm not actually evil. I save lives. It's a thing. Now, I have to get over to that crashed mech dragon. So unless you've got some secret way
in down the mech dragon,
knowing my team, at least one of my party did in the sloppiest and most destructive way possible. So come on, just walk with me. I don't have time to just be hanging around here. There's too much stupidity to deal with.
As she stands, you realize that she is tall. She's almost as tall as Lucas. And she's more muscled than does Rye.
All right, I name you Robo Muscle Mommy. Let's go.
Masika.
Like I said.
Thank you.
Come on.
to Boulder, Lucas, and Desrai.
Boy, it sure is nice being here in 6'6", for
It's-
reference.
It sure is nice being absolutely quacking jacked for reference.
I think we're heading to the
I don't know
Dragon,
why I
right?
felt so compelled to say this.
Yeah, I don't know why. What was you guys were going to go see? Going to the Mech Dragon, right? The other
Yes.
way. Okay.
Yeah.
For narrative convenience, Badges, Lucas, Boulder, Desrai, and Masika all get there at the same time.
Encino is sitting on top of the head of the mech dragon, just sort of chilling. He looks pretty proud of himself, although he looks beat, like he got run over.
How beat?
Bye, a Mech Dragon.
He's hurt.
On a scale of 1 to 180, let's say, or whatever scale you decide arbitrarily, where are you
He's-
sitting at?
He looks like
Twice.
he looks like he's been dragged through the dirt for a couple of kilometers.
That's Rye's just gonna touch his shoulder, give him 10 lay on hands.
Excuse me.
It was not elegant, but it was effective.
Once again, on a scale of 1 to some other scale, where are you sitting at?
He's doing fine.
Heal.
Would you like some heal is the question.
He's
I
fine.
gave him 10.
So
I
then-
gave him
Badges gave
70.
him 70, so he's 80 healing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
See,
the-
he's
he
gonna
was-
look at Lucas and be like, Lucas, you never ask Encino how he's doing wounds wise. You just throw heals at him until everything stops oozing.
Yeah, but I only have so much of this, and just like crackling red energy comes from, like, just between his fingers.
Did you have to pay extra for that? Like the crackling? Because my spells just kind of happen.
Yeah, mine don't.
He has to work harder at it.
That's fair. All right, so this is all Mega Robo Mommy. I found her dying and healed her, and for some reason that was a strange thing to her. I really don't get these people.
This land is backwards in its morality. I do not
The-
understand it.
These
Just
people are
Rye
mostly
looks
stupid.
at her and gives her like one of those like head nods, acknowledgement.
She does the same of just like, and she has her arms crossed.
So does Rye.
When
So does Lucas.
when she is introduced by Badges, she goes, Masika.
That's Rye.
And he's like, that's Lucas. That's Boulder. That's how I'm calling him. I don't care what other name he used to have. That's Boulder. That's Encino. I can't remember. Is Luna with them?
Nope.
No.
Oh yeah. Luna.
No, the second more sinister option, actually.
Everybody. And
Who took down the dragon?
The beat up one.
Well, I'm not a detective, but
And she looks to you and Sino. Impressive. We could not do that. How did you do it?
distractions and durability.
Encino, where are Jack and Heckel?
Trying to figure out the insides of the dragon.
You hear from inside, I'm in here, folks. Just trying to figure out how to fly this thing. I don't speak Stelkin and not
Oh,
exactly easy.
Oh, they lived. How great.
The
Well-
Jack of Ohio was instrumental in taking down this beast.
Yeah, well, I guess the next step is getting it to fly again so we can go get Luna and
I think the next step is the door.
Is getting it flying our best option immediately?
Well, here's
I'm
the
I'm
problem.
not speaking for I'm speaking a bit for all of us. We could maybe use a rest and a talk, and maybe what the hell is going on here, sort of thing. Just nice catch up.
That would
So-
be a good idea.
So now we want to think things through. All right.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Well, I don't see you being put on the execution block in 24 hours badges.
Yeah,
yeah, that's why we go in with the dragon, and then we get Luna out.
and it sounds perfectly reasonable to use the dragon to go and invade a city full of people that made the dragon and know how to work it better than we do.
They'd have to
Brilliant strategy. We're sitting in and we're talking for a bit.
The ones that call
Lucas
constructs
walks-
their pets.
Like Lucas walks over to the door and just looks for some handle he
It's
can use to rip
open.
it down. Oh, he just walks
just
through there.
right as he.
It's
if he
open.
does,
Ohio
like,
Jack
the
is just
look,
trying to
Desrai just
figure
walks
out.
right in.
Yeah, the landing wasn't exactly graceful. I'm imagining this mech dragon's in full sploot.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. This is gonna go great.
Part of it is in the
Badges
water.
Wanders in too and just immediately sets up his little portable kitchen and starts making some burgers. So
Encino's
what did I
watching
miss?
Masika.
Are Masika, Boulder, and Encino coming into the dragon?
Masika kind of watches you all very confused from the doorway.
Come on, all the way in. It's fine.
I'm waiting to kind of, if Masika goes in, cool. Otherwise, trying to find a time for figuring out who they are, where they come from.
Oh, she eventually goes in.
Masika's apparently a hunter, got mauled, left for dead.
And
Yeah, I
instead
think-
of doing the correct thing, this maniac saved me.
Would you like us to do the correct thing now?
I'm not at all gratified that I was not left to bleed out and die a terrible death. Me.
It is not appropriate for a hunter to survive.
Getting attacked is a sign of weakness.
That explains
Exactly.
a lot. Prideful to the end.
All right,
Well,
Think
listen.
of it as another chance.
Yeah, here's the thing. An experienced hunter is worth more than a hunter who lacks experience, yes?
There are no such things as an inexperienced hunter.
Then your society is stupid.
Here's a burger.
What is a burger?
It's delicious. Eat it.
You will need to regain your energy if you are to hunt the beast that injured you so. Restore your honor.
Someone roll me perception.
Unless someone else wants to do it.
22.
I think everyone's going to do it.
I think you're-
18, surprisingly.
I've got plus 10 to this. I perceive.
I have a
all.
+1.
17.
17.
Oh, Boulder
I'm
even
not-
gets it.
21.
I'm not there.
Nope, Luna's not here. So, what you
Nathan.
all see is when Badges goes to give her the burger, the first time she reaches for it, she misses.
Okay. Lucas actually kind of walks over, and with the little tiny red sparkling light, he kind of just checks the eyes. He's literally checking for concussion at the moment.
Roll me medical or medicine.
Oh, wait, I forgot. These weird
16.
friggin' things don't need to eat, do they?
No, they don't.
Not when they're powered.
No, not when they're powered, but she is
Hmm.
unpowered
Ah,
and slowly losing it. Lucas, she's nearsighted.
Lucas hands out like this.
Kind of looks to you,
Do it.
unsure. Does
You
it?
will be fine.
Takes the burger from Badges and puts it into her hands and clasps the other hand on top of it. Eat. You will become ill
I am
if you
not,
do not.
a child. And she takes it from you.
You have much to learn, and until otherwise, you are a child to us.
Nice.
All right. So, does Lucas share the nearsightedness with everybody? Anybody?
She can't see very well.
When you say that, I can see fine.
Lucas holds up a hand and keeps some of the fingers a little close together. How many fingers am I holding up right now? Do you see one solid mass? Or do you
And
see
you see her
separate
do
ones?
this.
You're
trying to see
nearsighted.
it.
You need corrective lenses.
And you kind of see her with that become defeated as she kind of curls up against the doorway because you just said something to her that kills a four-claimer spirit.
Blood.
Can lesser or greater restoration cure nearsightedness?
No.
What if we take
Not a
out the
painful
eyes
thing.
and then regenerate? No, just kidding, guys.
Was it that I said you need corrective?
Oh, you implied that she's not perfect.
You implied she's defective.
Okay.
To be
yeah.
defective, Zanu will actually pipe up. You have doomed her worse by saying that.
These
than
people
you
are
could.
goddamn morons. Lucas reaches into his pack of narrative convenience and kind of just does a few tests with his 16 medicine to see how nearsighted.
She can see
And
about
then, yeah, and then he fashions and just like puts them on her face. You are fixed. You are not defective. And you are not broken.
she kind of looks at you all, now seeing you clearly.
And
just,
Lucas has taken his helmet down for this as well. This is
and just is kind of taking you all in for the moment.
All right, so how did you guys even get out of the city in the first place? I'm assuming the explosion was you guys escaping, but
Sort of.
we
That
already
actually wasn't
escaped. The
us.
explosion was afterwards.
I was the children of, I believe, children of Stella, who were also attempting to escape when the doors were dropped for but a moment. We followed it out.
well, all right.
The surprising thing was I got us out. That's still surprising to me.
Clever manipulation.
Yeah. You learn a few things. Leading armies.
We're taking them down
Do we have any idea where Luna is?
in the city. If you wanted her dead, he would have put her in the prison.
He's probably with her.
Why would he be with her?
Because it'd be easier to fill her mind with propaganda that way.
Well, at least that
But
means
why
we need to
her?
check the balance.
I don't know.
There's got to be.
Seemed very.
I never know
We'll
anything
find out
about you
soon
guys.
enough.
It's very confusing to me for everything about you
Oh,
guys.
don't worry. I have as many questions.
I've been an
you have
open
more.
book, buddy.
I've not been here all the time.
Yeah, but the pages are colored in crayon. But we love that about you.
Okay.
Well, she is probably the first spliced proclaimer they've ever met. Remember how
She's a
we found
four-claimer.
out just before she was taken away, she had the holes?
Only Boulder and Encino saw that.
No,
Both Lucas and Desrai were taken away
Give
before.
us badges.
Badges is the one who actually touched her and felt the holes. So
and found the holes.
okay, so I guess there's something missing before we were all split up. She's a folklaimer. She had the hole for the crystal and everything, but also spliced.
Oh, she's one of them. Well, as far as the king is aware.
As far as the king is aware. As far as I care, she's one of us
I agree.
still. And I will drop rocks from a great height on this whole friggin' city if they don't give us back our Luna.
He seemed very concerned or excited. It was difficult to tell
No, she is
when he
probably something.
realized she was a foreclaimer. There was. I am concerned at the intensity.
But
We don't know what
emotionless
plans
people,
he
it's a
has for
strange
her.
thing to have that.
He has plans for her, and that does not sit well in my gut.
Yeah, well, she's a full claimer from outside who has been spliced. Probably has magic they've never seen before. There's a whole lot of reasons he could be interested in her, and I won't lie, I don't really care what they are. I just want to get her free and back with us so we can figure out the next steps.
I agree, but there's ways of getting her back that don't include destroying an entire city, Badges. Even if you don't necessarily agree with their way of life, which we haven't done much to learn about.
You're being awful understanding about this, and that's a little odd.
Well, don't you think we have to look at the situation from more than just one angle? If we want to get her back, we have to do it the right way.
All of our ways end up in something big dying.
Then we cross that bridge when we get to it. We focus on every angle until then.
So what do we know of the big thing which we need to kill, other than it needs to die?
We don't even know what it is.
No, but I'm sure there is one.
No,
There's always one.
Badges, this is the problem. You are jumping headfirst into a problem that you're not ready for.
Most of us we have been ready for.
I'm saying we should at least discuss the options we have laid before us. Minimal as they may seem.
Oh, here's my worry while we're sitting here discussing. He might be interested in Luna, but a people who lack empathy generally strike me as the kind of people who would be like, well, we're going to learn what we can from her and then dissect her. Because she's not really a person. She's a source of information.
He also wants me dead very specifically.
Masika actually pipes up at this.
Please.
You talk of a Luna. I saw a. You said place. What does that mean?
Half. It means
Tarkovsky.
You see how I look
mixed.
like a badger mixed with a person?
Yes.
That's what splicing is. She was mixed with a husky, a long-furred dog.
Do you mean the princess?
The quacking
That's
what
worse.
now?
You know
See,
what?
this is why we
Cutting to
gather
Luna.
information.
Good one.
Was that a perfect freeze frame?
That
Yeah,
was like
I'm good at
brilliant
those.
freeze, dude.
Yeah.
Luna, after the prison break, Godric escorted you to a home, basically a private place for yourself. As he takes you to it, it would have been your family home had they survived. But
Wow.
they did not.
I'm still here though.
And thus it is your home.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. You should rest. Tomorrow we will get you proper clothing and get you back set up and your duties.
Fair enough.
We can begin to fix what those monsters have done to you.
I am ready.
Good, Kilka. It is nice to have you home. And he bows to you and closes the door.
The second the
She's-
door is closed, Curry like pops out from under Luna's hood and she blows a raspberry.
What do you want?
Curry like most small lizards, Curry can climb on just about anything if it's got some purchase. So
Right.
she's scurrying around you like a kitten. You know, when kittens get onto jeans and they just climb.
Yep.
So like that. And she kind of like crawls down your chest and gets to the power crystal and like taps it with her claw.
Don't touch that. Leave it alone.
She stands out straight, so you're looking down at her and she's kind of like standing. And she like makes a little crown out of ice
Uh-huh.
and starts walking like a robot.
I am not a robot. I'm a princess. At that point, Luna is just gonna start walking around, looking at the areas she's been brought to, and familiarizing herself. And eventually,
It is v- small. You find a bedroom.
Mhm.
You find a living room, a kitchen, but not as you would think of it. It's almost like everything is just white
Mhm.
with the same colored lines that have been everywhere.
The blue and the pink.
Blue, pink, yellow, purple. Basically every color
Mhm.
has been going through the city. Because every color does something different.
Okay. Fair enough. Once she does get her bearings, uh, still half paying attention to Curry, she will make her way to the bedroom, knowing she doesn't actually need to sleep now. She does still lie down anyway to rest, at least.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
When Kilka wakes up, Curry has made a little, like, almost an ice rink on the bedside table. And in the ice is written, "He's lying to you."
Before you wake up, though, you have a dream. You are. You have memories of Gothy kind of dragging you uh into a lab. You're both young. Uh and she's excitedly talking to you about how, when you're both old enough, you'll get to work together. Because as she's set up to be queen, you're set up to be her first advisor. As you enter, though, the whispers begin. Those are the defective princesses, right? I can't believe they actually let them out of their house. I would be way too embarrassed.
Defective.
And she kind of waves her hand. Don't listen to them. They don't know anything. Remember?
Okay. Right.
Besides, remember they did the thing with the sun. I think it's ready. I think the project's ready.
Really?
My dad said we can go see it.
All right. Let's go.
And as you walk in, you see a gray individual in a tube floating. White lines across his skin. As he kind of startles awake and looks at you both very confusedly and gets very close to the glass.
Gothica. Does he have a name?
I don't know. Like he's so interesting though, right? You think he can talk?
Yeah. I wonder.
And she kind of taps on the glass and it startles back.
Oh.
And then comes close again. It cuts to years later. You both are set up to be augmented. You have your appointments. You have spent time actually teaching this individual that was named Zanu, Stelkin. And every time you go into the lab to see him, you get the same rumors, the same whispers. And Gothi's never bothered by it. Ever.
Luna eventually becomes not bothered by it as well, taking a page from Gothi, who she looks up to still. Friends, but she kind of does look up to her also.
And throughout these years, you have gotten to know Zanu very well. He's a close friend of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Not as close as Gothi and Zanu, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But still very close to him.
Right. Like maid of honor close.
Yeah. The dream that you come out of is of Zanu kind of putting his hands against the glass. And he says, I make a promise to you both. As long as I exist, I will always protect you both. As Gothi always says, us defectives must stay together. And you wake up to Curie having written, he's lying to you.
Oh, and there's a picture of King Godric with a yucky face.
You're very creative, little one.
Scribble, scribble. I'm right.
Right-handed, maybe. Could be my right-hand lizard. Or you can go back to Bone Guy. That's up to you.
You're in danger here.
Nah. My people. How can I be in danger?
Nothing in the eyes.
We'll see how the day progresses.
Worried.
You
For
can
you.
be.
Just how can he care?
things can change.
But robot.
We are not robots.
Same thing. Nothing in the eyes.
So says you.
Older than you think. Know a lot.
Can you be older than I?
You see Curry like stop for a second and start like doing math. My little fingers just
You see the numbers like going past her head.
and to,
Divide the two.
yeah,
Carry
and
the
to
7.
give everybody else a image, think somewhere between the dancing toothless meme and the Geico lizard. So yeah. And then after a little bit she just shrugs.
If you wish to come, once Godric gets here, I shall leave with him.
Keep you safe.
Sure thing.
She scurries up into your hood and is once again the little cooling presence at the back of your neck.
Mm-hmm. As she waits for Godric, of course, it comes across her mind, and she wonders how Zanu is doing.
That's actually the perfect time. I'm so sorry.
That's
Cutting.
all right.
Back to the party.
And so that's why I think dropping giant rocks is really the best option.
And this is why you're an idiot.
But you're not considering any other options.
I was willing to talk.
I was as well.
Weirdly, so was I.
I do not wish to see bloodshed in this land. It's strangely beautiful. Reminds me of home.
It is strangely beautiful, but I don't see. There's nothing but logic here. Cold, emotionless logic.
I made them feel fear.
And of the unaugmented.
No, in the augmented.
Was it magically induced? Because.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, well, all right. So you can
Well-
magically induce an emotion in them. Congratulations. Are you going to do that while we're talking? Because once again, if they think she's important, if they think she's scientifically of value, we're not talking them out of this without at least threatening that they will lose more than they will gain by keeping her. We can try talking. I would love talking to work just once. But if you examine our track record when it comes to trying to talk people out of things we don't want them to do,
So you want to drop rocks onto Luna?
we'll we're gonna float in and figure out where she is, and then drop rocks where she's just kind of near her.
Masika, again, you keep calling her princess or Luna. That is not her name.
What is her name?
It's the name we knew her as.
It's been Luna for as long as we've known her. Whatever she is now is something different, but she's still Luna right here. We have fought for her.
The guards, it gets around very easily when something big happens like this.
So what is her name?
Kilka. Princess Kilka.
Does this spark a recognition in Zanu
Yes.
inside?
You feel.
Hey, settle down. Knock it off.
Roll
Can I
me.
roll history?
First, roll me con saves.
Yeah.
I don't have him inside unless you still want me to.
Yes, you do, Boulder.
Oh wait.
Oh, I don't need to roll a con save.
But me with a 19.
Oh, 14.
21.
All of us roll.
It's
I rolled
the
a 7
same.
on history.
If
Nice.
you
Thanks, Boulder.
have a piece of Zanu within you, you roll.
I do not.
Do I?
Nope.
No, I don't.
No, you're just holding the sword.
So
Has to be something.
Badges
Dang it.
and Boulder save. Lucas,
I rolled 4
you
with a bonus of 10, but still.
that rage that you
Wait,
normally
everyone would
have,
have gotten a +4 to that. Or of protection.
Just an 18.
Unless it's you want this
works.
thematically.
Yeah, it thematically works.
Okay.
He also has
Lucas,
multiple
the rage
shards.
that you normally feel, there are new emotions in it. Hurt, pain, hope. Affection.
Speak. And he's thinking this, he's not saying it.
I knew Kilka well.
Then this becomes an issue for you as well.
She was defective.
How so?
Her emotions made it impossible for her to control her magic. We never knew what would happen when she would perform it. It became a worry for everyone of what would happen next.
So what do you think they're planning with her?
Her magic is powerful. And there's a pain there for somebody else. And you kind of you feel it for an instant and it disappears just as quickly, almost as if he's hiding it.
Can I roll wisdom to...
Yes, you can.
It's not going to do much because it's not a saving throw. 11.
You get the feeling that alongside Kilka, there was somebody else important to Zanu.
All right. So I'm
Even
going to get very...
more so than Kilka.
I'm going to get nowhere if you keep hiding things from me.
Ask about Gothica.
And then he says out loud, who the hell is Gothica?
Boulder, that name for you rings a bell. As she was the foreclaimer who came to you with the peace deal.
Interesting. That's a name I haven't heard in time.
Centuries get fuzzy after a while.
Yeah, Hell's Time moves slightly weird. But anyway, that aside, it was a four-flamer that was offering peace, or at least wanting to cut peace with the dwarves.
Did she?
If I recall, the bottom line was, we don't intend on war, but should tensions continue to escalate, it may boil over.
What she came to you with, Boulder, was a full-out peace treaty and trade deal to effectively make it so that the foreclaimers and the doors were never at war again. This would have saved lives and taken care of both people.
Right. She was concerned about the escalating research war, let's call it.
Why did it fall through?
The portal closed.
Fell through because the constructs turned on them. Portal opened, and the portal closing made it impossible to kind of hold anything more, well, standing. They left us with their mess, and we cleaned up their mess.
Lucas, give me another con save.
4.
Another 4, yeah. 14.
Hearing this, you can feel it happening to you without your control. You're crying.
I'm not really enjoying these out of control experiences.
Did you use too much onions in the hamburger again?
No, I used the perfect amount of onions. Thank you very much.
You really did. These burgers are excellent.
Thank you.
He just points over to Lucas.
Maybe a little less in his next time.
Yeah, I got the feeling that has nothing to do with my burgers and everything to do with the
What's going
shards
on?
of whatever it's in his
Oh.
brain and sometimes talks through his sword.
Oh, Mystica, really sorry. This probably seems a little bit confusing about what I'm speaking of. At least as far as the king is concerned, I am the former King Rost.
That is not possible.
Okay, explain why.
Emperor Godric has told us for years. You were killed. Zanu killed Rost.
Zanu, is this true? I say this out loud and I look at my sword.
Hey, chat.
Although,
Oh, and I say it knowing that Zanu's going to go like, no, it's not true.
Oh, he absolutely goes, no. I know where Godric was that night. He was nowhere near the Mad King Rost.
all the
Godric
same,
wasn't anywhere near Rost.
it may be to our benefit to include the at least the elder in our conversation, so we may get a third perspective of the events.
Which elder? What?
Masika, elder?
Oh, sorry.
There
The
are
old
no-
woman with the frog.
There are no elder foreclaimers.
Then we have something very interesting to enlighten you with.
Do you have any
What's her name again? I just lost it.
Masika
Thank you.
Elwyn.
the Elwyn? Yes.
or Elwyn?
No, I was thinking Masika.
Mystica?
What?
Okay.
What a shock. A government lying to its citizens about what happened.
Well, no, it's better
Truly.
to think that I'm dead. It lets them sleep at night.
It is why
Masika.
we were confused when we heard that you were in the dungeon. When you
Well,
were
that's-
imprisoned.
Interesting that he managed to imprison a human and claim it to be Mad King Rost.
Only the guards and only the hunters know.
Well, it'd be a shame if the populace found out.
And
Would a
how
man
would
of
they
logic do
most
something so unexpected?
And he says that very pointedly.
I am questioning.
Masika?
Yes,
How would one get word out to your people the fastest?
you do not.
The shadows.
Because
There is no way to get word out.
You haven't met the Mad
Because-
King.
There is no gossip in a world of logic.
Why would there be?
There's always gossip.
there's always
Yeah,
gossip.
didn't they
There's always
gossip about who was in the dungeons in the first place? Isn't that how you
The guards told the
Gossip.
hunters
Yes, gossip.
there was a individual to look out for in the wilds. That he made one of the guards feel something. We needed
No, that
to
was
be
me.
aware.
Yeah. Attributed to the ghost of the Mad King.
Well, you know what? I'm literally two gods standing here. I kind of
I
want
know.
credit for something eventually. I say that entirely out loud.
And do you mind introducing the two?
Well, you are familiar with Zanu. And the name Lucas says the name of the Shattered. However, it does not come out audibly to anyone.
He quacks.
It quacks.
What I was
see.
going to say is it
would it resonate at all with Desrai, even though there's no sound?
yes.
He honks.
Yeah, no.
At that
Making me want
Desrai
to look at chat, y'all.
looks up.
Can I roll religion?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Can I roll religion?
Yes, you can.
For a
Should I
12.
roll
Thanks, mate.
religion?
You're not.
Everyone can roll religion. Just go
Some
nuts,
recognition.
man.
So,
Because it
19?
actually
There you go. Badges.
19?
oh wow, okay, yeah.
Badges,
Badges gets it.
Alright.
You don't actually hear the name, but you know something in you knows that is the
17.
shattered god. The god that does not exist anymore.
Oh,
What did you say,
Lord
Desrai?
Ross.
17.
Hey, yo.
Roll me with advantage, please.
With advantage?
Yeah, he's your patron.
Brother.
You're right.
Fudge it. Say it's an at 20.
I'll just-
What?
I'm gonna roll 2 dice. So it's easier than doing math for one and then rolling it again.
Go ahead.
It was an 18 plus 3.
21 boys.
Yep. You also know that is the name of the shattered. You know it is, but you don't know what it is.
It's Bill.
How did you end up with both of them?
Oh, I didn't end up with both of them. I am one of them, and the other one I ended up.
Do I get any more information from this? Because it makes sense to me. Can I insight check the situation?
I have to go scroll all the way up to the book to get. No, there is no information about the shattered. That's it.
Literally
The shattered existed
No,
at
I mean,
one
like,
point.
do I also deduce my connection?
Oh, yes, you do.
So I.
And you realize that somehow your patron is standing in front of you.
It's a paladin.
Oh, pal. What is that one? I don't know that term.
Usually it's a
Your
deity.
deity.
Deity. Shoot.
Your god stands before you. Kneel, mortals!
No.
Fascinating.
Make a roll
Give
for it.
God knees.
She says as she's looking at Lucas.
Yeah.
I don't know I'm your deity yet. No one's told me this.
It appears you may be my deity. Thought I was done with that, but
Those
Here we go.
traitors
Yeah.
did not do such a thing.
Didn't you slap your deity's ass?
that was
Not too
before I
far.
knew. I just found this out. I just put the pieces together.
She was not smited, so he must have enjoyed it.
I don't know how to answer that.
Uh,
I didn't
Actually,
realize
we can't answer
I
that.
was unaware that I was currently employing people.
We literally walk around with a bag of cloaks and badges.
But
I mean,
Oh.
it's just one cloak, man. I just rip off the bits and then give them to them. And like no one asks for it, but I sometimes
No, you have cards. I've seen them.
do you have
Business
cards?
cards.
What?
I think you
I
made a
just got
joke
the
once.
cloak.
Well, I go into and I do have business cards. Jesus, the letters are
Pebble.
raised. It's beautiful.
Oh, is that herringbone? That's nice.
Boulder looks at Pebble. Do you mind doing something for me? I need you to cause a little bit of well, not mischief. I need you to get a little bit of information around Rachaka, I believe is what the city was called.
Ow. I don't remember what this character sounds like. It's been too long.
It's fine. If I recall, you can you have a little, or at least a limited degree of telepathy.
Yes, but with you, not with others.
I mean, you're certain.
I really, as DM, I think so. I think it is only with Boulder and not with others.
It's okay.
So,
I mean, admittedly, you both knew who you were, and you know a number of different ways to get a message across, even if it's not necessarily verbal or written. Written would definitely be funny.
Just hilarious. We just like fly Birtle over the top and just go letters, business cards.
I can do that.
I mean, the more subtle, the better. Just have word get out among the populace that the king believes that the Mad King is returned.
Okay. And Pebble flies off.
If you prefer illusions of shadows are most welcomed. Make him feel unsafe within his own walls.
I do remember that I have a spell that will turn us into basically invisible, super fast clouds that we could just go in and scout around and do all this and then leave again. It lasts 8 hours. It lasts for a long time. It is a great value for the magic and the reagents.
Badges. I need his people not to trust him.
It'll take
Yeah,
time.
but you're trying to fearmonger people with no emotions.
There's a
There
reason
is
that he
another
only
way
told the guard and
around.
had the guard only tell the hunters. You don't keep that information quiet if you don't think it'll cause a panic.
Massacre.
And even
What was
logically-
your reaction when you found out? What does
The
your logic
guards-
tell you?
Unfortunately, it is that either the Emperor has lost his mind, or worst, King Ross survived,
It's both.
and he has come to end us all.
It's 1.5.
Cutting
Put that in place.
back to Luna. The knock on your door tells you that Godric is back. He takes you to buy new clothing, or to, well, get new clothing, proper Forclaimer clothing.
Mm-hmm.
He shows you more around the palace and around kind of where you will be doing your job, your duties
Mm-hmm.
of teaching other mages. As the effective highest member of the society who is a mage, your job is now to teach others and to send them onto missions to take care of things.
Cool. Ah. she's gonna, basically look around her area where she's going to be teaching this stuff, and wonders and hopes and prays that uh her magic will not go wild as she's known it has done in the past.
He looks at you. You look worried. What is the matter?
Well, before I got my crystal back, every time I used magic, sometimes it would go wild.
Ah, I remember when you were a child. When we were children and that would happen. If I remember, and he goes to touch you, may I?
Yes.
He kind of wraps himself around you. Enveloping his body around yours.
Uh-huh.
Roll me your non-lethal spell. No chaos.
What about the curse? He's touching her.
Yeah. What are you shocking?
Well, that's like the most non-lethal one I could think of. That's why.
Magic damage is always lethal unless it says otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on then.
Yeah, that was my thought. I was like,
Let me see.
Sleep's always a fun one.
How about that then?
Yeah.
Just turn into a gas ball.
You do it. You turn right into a gaseous form.
No, wow. That's crazy. I like it.
And when you reform, he has his hands still where they were, like on your wrist.
Uh-huh.
I remember Gothica helping you.
Ah.
To stay calm and to remember yourself.
Makes sense. I like it. I have to remember this.
I don't know if you remember. Gothica and I were paired.
No. I
When he says it, you remember Gothica telling you about it. But her reaction didn't seem happy.
it's slowly, yeah, it's slowly coming back. Where is Gothica? Do you know?
I was there when Zanu killed her.
What? Wait a minute. Wait. No, that Doesn't seem right. What if we
Did you know that that thing had gotten feelings?
thing?
Zanu.
Zanu's not a thing.
That's right. I forget. You and Gothica were very close.
Right.
He had gathered feelings for her. When she refuted these feelings, he attacked, killing her.
It's all my fault.
You could not have known. None of us could. That was our mistake in making him the first time. But Kirka, with you here, I want you to help us again. We have not had a powerful mage like you in a very long time. I think you may be the key to getting it right.
You're gonna do it again?
This existence has 2 suns. Is it needed?
I don't think so. I mean, they seem to be in sync with each other. One follows the other around like a dog chasing a cat.
Exactly. So we would like to take one and save our people. We, and this is something I have told others, are running out of crystals.
Oh
We
no.
do not have enough. We have not had partners pairs in many millennia.
Oh no.
So we do not have children.
We need to fix that. And you're saying that by doing what we've done before, we can fix
He
fix
comes
it?
around from behind you and puts his hand under your chin and lifts you up to look at him in the face.
Hey, I'm getting into it. Give me a break.
You are the only mage strong enough to control the machine. You may be our only hope, Kilka. And with us partnered, we may have hope yet.
Oh God, you're making me nervous now.
No, I'm watching faces react.
I can only see yours. I'm sorry. I probably
That's a
shouldn't be
smart way
looking
to
at
play.
yours.
I made a face.
Well, I'm sure Curry's having a field day. I know that already. Because what I'm willing to bet is like as he's talking, it's just getting colder and colder on the back of her neck.
Oh, after the whole, if we're partnered, Curry bites you.
No.
Like just a little nip in the neck. Like just anything to get a
And then
I
a
think she
portal
actually
opens
spit that
and a
time, bro.
well-dressed gentleman steps out and says, "Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Please have a seat."
She's an adult, y'all.
So
Not bad to say.
But
creepy,
he's
isn't
icky.
he?
Yeah, but he's like, how old?
Isn't he her
And she's like,
father?
No,
16?
no,
18?
no.
Oh, you weren't here for this, Lucas.
Dog is just icky. I don't know what to tell
Are you guys the
you.
same age? Like,
Yes.
even mentally?
Actually, yes.
Mentally, too.
The way
That's the question that is more important.
the way I'm figuring this out is that Godric III, Gothica, and Kilka all grew up together. They're all pretty much the same age.
Yes, they are.
I don't like him. He's icky.
Good that I'm doing it
Run.
right.
Yeah, exactly. But Luna's falling for it nonetheless.
Yeah.
You should really just, every so often I just have, just...
You're gonna get us canceled, dude. These words are bad.
Yeah, you
We're
kind of
gonna
put one
get
the word
Chill out,
somebody
bro.
don't like.
destroyed.
No, she
We
is
all
an
know
adult.
he is a
She
PDF
is-
file, okay? Get it. We
Mhm.
get it.
He
He really likes
likes him young and
acrobat.
stupid.
She is.
My
She is
clavicles feel
pretty old,
bad.
actually. Yes. You got to remember, four claimers get their augmentations at the age of 20. So she's definitely older than 20 at the very least. She only thought she was a kid.
Still.
That's what.
That doesn't that still makes it worse, you realize. It doesn't matter, like, oh no, don't worry, she's definitely old enough. Yeah, but she thought she was 12 till like yesterday. Like, yeah, but she's not.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude.
Oh no, I'm
shut
not
up.
saying I'm okay with any of it. I am not saying that. I don't.
We're not
like my
condoning what there's
character.
going
Yeah, we're
on.
not
It's
condoning,
just a
but let's
character.
just let them get back to it and try not
Yeah.
to keep jumping in. I'm guilty too, but we should move things on.
Oh no, I love that I'm even getting the the threat from our
Everybody's-
producer here.
Oh Lord.
I'm giving all the players ammunition to want to kill said guy. That's all I'm doing.
I'm
They
not
don't
saying
know
we
this
should
yet,
have a
but it
plan for
will.
everybody. It's like I'm not saying we need to have a plan to kill everybody we meet, but
Yeah.
have you
okay,
met the
Sid.
people we've met?
I'm gonna stab him through the chest and make him hold on to the sword as he slowly succumbs to madness. It's fine.
All right. Back in character, please.
Yep.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Let us take care of creating a god we can control first.
All right.
Let us save our people.
Yeah. We need to make sure everybody's okay.
Let me walk you back to your house.
Sure.
You look tired.
A lot of memories rushing back. Yes. It does take a toll on one's psyche.
Whatever those monsters. Whatever those monsters did to you. Y'all! Whatever those monsters did to you, we will figure out how to reverse.
Yeah.
And we cut to all of us killing him.
I'm cutting back to the party now.
I don't care if it's a dream sequence. We just all take, like, okay, so you swing the bat, I swing the bat, you swing the bat, you swing
He's
the
not
bat.
a
We just
pinata.
go around in a nice big circle.
Oh, but he
just-
can be.
Look, everything's a pinata if you hit it hard enough.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Anyway,
Oh my lord.
so are we heading back to the children of Stella, or Stella's children's camp? Or are
No,
we?
suddenly we all have the sudden and violent urge to go and murder Godric.
No, we're going back to. I guess we're going back to the camp because reasons. Why were we going back to the camp again?
If we can possibly have an idea of if there are four claimers with our cause, it may help numbers wise.
I think Masika needs another lesson on the nature of man.
And navigationally speaking, Yes, we can tell. Go to big old, island on the cliffside, but they're gonna see us coming.
Not as a cloud. But okay, we can go see if I guess are we plotting a revolution at this point? Is that where we've ended up
Yes.
now? Okay.
Yes, we're prepping a revolution.
Something's telling me this guy's really icky, guys.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
diddles people in ways that are unacceptable.
Okay.
Too bad she doesn't have a Zanu shard. Dang.
Nope. It got taken away by a certain somebody. So now
Badges.
I stand
think Lucas took
beside
that one.
my yeah, Lucas took that one. Badges has had his only
Oh.
got his
Eyes and
too
ears.
from curing eyes and ears.
But no, feel free to blame other wrong people. That's fine as well.
Okay.
All right, so we're going back to the children to plot a revolution.
Yes.
Rocks would have been a much simpler and more straightforward decision, but
Yes, but we can use trebuchets. They are superior at throwing rocks.
I'll
And
just use a
dropping
dragon to
them.
throw rocks.
because I'm imagining this is all happening while you're talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a journey.
Encino,
Mhm.
do you have any connection to Curry when she's away?
No. Curry is like it's a ranger's animal companion. It's not
Okay.
like anything like that. I don't even know sending, so I couldn't like send a brain mail or anything like that.
Okay.
So it's, plot development over here.
Okay. So as you get back to Celia's children, Elowin kind of welcomes you back. I wouldn't call it a hero's welcome, but they're impressed that you took down the mech dragon and survived.
we leave
Mostly
Jack and
Encino.
Hector on the mech dragon.
They're still trying to figure out how to fly it.
All right. Well, before we leave, I would like to just kind of slightly retcon that we pounded like the doors closed or something so that it's not super easy to get back
You-
in.
Do you know you have two foreclaimers who read Stelkin?
And one god
With-
that also has another god inside him that can read Stalkin.
With
Okay. Well, I thought the doors were broken
Lenny, that's
open,
his.
not like they just couldn't figure out how to close them. If they know how to lock the whole thing up so that people can't get in from the outside, then I just wanted to make sure that was done since we're wandering away from the strongest weapon effectively
Okay.
that I know of in this area. And then we get back and they're like, yeah, hey, it's us. Revolution?
Elowin pulls you all in. Let us. Nope, that's the wrong voice. Let us talk privately.
Massacre. These are your cousins of sorts. Perhaps it may-
Lenny looks horrifically embarrassed.
Lenny shall guide you around the village.
The looks. Someone rolling perception.
19.
20?
Oh Lord.
19, 20.
7.
7. Yep, don't get it.
16.
Encino, Badges, and Desiree all get it. He's getting death glares by everyone,
For
abandoning them.
Being thrown in prison?
The reason he was thrown in prison was because he left the children of Celia in hopes of joining Rashaka.
Oh, he's
Well.
a defector. Just not a
Mhm.
good one.
Well, they tried to kill him, so he
what
learned the
you
mistake.
call,
The
he
consequences
joined
of
the
his action.
leopard eating faces party. I was surprised when
Yeah!
the leopard tried to eat his face.
Love that reference.
Well, I don't know why everybody's. I noticed he's getting death glares, but Badges has no idea who this guy is or why they're all pissed at him. He's like, well, that's a
Oh.
thing.
No, but Boulder
did
and
tell us in
Desrai both
prison.
know.
I mean, I'd at least let you the information when he said if somebody mentions he's getting glares, like, oh, right. He left the
Older
children.
knows or Encino knows?
Desrai knows.
Yeah, so we
Okay.
were talking before you came fully awake.
Yeah, Desrai noticed that, or not Desrai. Encino noticed something was going like wonky, like he was,
Okay, I
but
was just
doesn't
checking.
really know the
Sorry.
the context. But yeah, he's like, this guy can show you the way.
Desiree would also like, I guess, help Boulder explain because she also noticed the glares.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think
He's a
after
traitor. We
yeah,
brought a
after
traitor
Enc-
back.
after Encino gets the, but
It didn't work out, did it?
No, it didn't.
Have you learned your lesson?
I just didn't want to be afraid of the constructs anymore.
That is not a bad thing.
Your way about doing it was bad.
But now you have a chance to make up for it.
They're never going to trust me again.
An error does not become a mistake until you refuse to correct it. They will come around in time.
And he shows Masika around.
I ship it. They'd be a nice couple. Okay. So I guess we're gonna go talk this out in a hut.
seemingly.
She
This way.
and she brings you into the same hut as before with the map in it.
What do you need to know?
How to start a war.
Oh, we know how to do that.
We've been at war since the portal closed.
Do you know much about the palace and if
No.
for
Well, I knew what it was before.
okay, and when it was before, just spitballing here, if a long lost folklamer princess were to reemerge, say Calico,
Kilka.
Kilka, that's it. No, it's Calico. I like that better. Technically, Kilka, we'll get Calico rolling. Here, we'll get it branded pretty soon. But we're to return where she might have been staying in the palace that was. Did she have rooms?
Not
Did she
in the
have?
palace.
Oh,
I knew Kilka. I knew Gothica. I knew Godric. I knew all of the royal families. I was a child, but I was a child whose family worked as servants for the royal families.
it amuses me that what they call logic is so bad that they would think monarchy is still a good idea.
Not
That should have been like the
monarchy.
first flaw in the whole.
Not monarchy. The three royal families each share a time on the throne.
Are they king or queen or whatever when it's their time?
Emperor and Empress.
It's fancier names for the same thing. It's a monarchy. It's just
Pretty
a
much is.
rotating monarchy. But I digress. So
They can
where
work sometimes, but very rarely.
you're
As-
biased? Where
I am.
where would they have stayed?
She would have her own home with her age.
Okay, was there a specific home for her that you remember or her family?
Yes, but it would have been long abandoned.
Say we're no longer abandoned, for the need was no longer abandoned.
She would live there, but
Then where is it?
it would be in the top circle,
And she points to here, somewhere in this area.
Without being thrown in prison again, how would one get to the top circle?
You would have to either walk in through the front doors and walk there that way, or
And she kind of motions.
if you say had a mech dragon, you could fly there.
Okay, look,
Liking
the
the
best
sound
idea that
of
somebody
gas
has is
forms.
kill the mech dragon.
And
I'm sorry, Des.
Sorry,
what
what-
did you say? I'm sure you're itching for a fight. So
While I'd love a fight, I was kind of just backing up your gas form idea.
yeah, we could fly in there as clouds.
Let's
They
do
can't
that.
arrest.
Perhaps this
Can't,
is
they can't
Distraction.
arrest what they can't smell.
Badges.
What?
Does a 27 hit your head?
Yes, yes, it does. Unless I get some sort of reaction, a dodge or something that hits me.
She hits
You've been LO'd.
with when you interrupt her, she hits you on the head.
Honk.
Thank you for doing that. We really need someone to
Learn
do that.
some manners, young man. I am still your elder.
Half the people in my party are my elder.
I mean, I think the oldest one here.
Encino, I'm sure might be older. No, you're.
Deity.
I'm in place.
Yeah, and I want to know how that works when you can be a deity and still get beat the hell up in combat. But we'll
Small
talk.
domain, perhaps.
Yeah, it's
And
not at the
having
moment.
enough power
It's the
to
same way that I was
support
able to completely
paladin.
and totally eliminate a dire Tarask without anyone else dying.
Yeah, and then you vanish for a while.
Yeah, because that's not easy quack to do. So I don't have anything that says censored, so just
That
imagine
aside,
it.
okay,
Yeah.
so your suggestion as our honored elder would be to take the dragon in. My suggestion has been and continues to be turning into wisps of cloud that are basically undetectable and super fast and flying into the city.
Why don't we do both?
One
What,
team serves
We
as a
have longer.
distraction.
what are you planning exactly? Are you to grab your friend and leave?
I don't think it's going to be that simple, but that's what we'd like to do.
I
Yeah,
also
and
want
then
to kill Godric.
maybe nuke the portal on the way out.
We can close it on this side.
Yeah, but if you close it on this side in that way, you can probably open it again. And
If
I
you
would really-
destroy it on yours.
okay.
This is what I quacking said at the very goddamn beginning. Cut off his legs. And no, everyone's too. He just walks off. Just
Does a 30 hit Lucas?
barely.
That's a
Right.
crit.
It does.
So he goes to walk
It
away,
does.
Desiree is also grabbing his collar.
No, bad guy.
18 plus 9 damage
27.
for you
Good lord.
Although it's not magical, so
as
fight is
you
half.
start to like get up, like kind of angry. She just goes straight up and bonks you.
Yeah, it is half, by the way.
That's fine.
That's still
Um,
14 damage.
All right, so here's a serious question. What
No one
Now,
bonks
not-
me and gets away with it.
Zerk the old? Oh Jesus Christ!
Are you serious?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
I do
He
it at level
cast
1. I
Hellish
only do
Rebuke,
7.
guys.
I
Just,
only
just
do
so the
7
chat knows. He
damage.
cast Hellish Rebuke.
I'm doing it at level 1, so it's 7 damage. I'm not doing 24 points of damage to an old lady. This is entirely don't do that back to me. It's a look back Lucas is giving her, like, no.
You get one chance.
And
Badges
Cino
is
starts
just
to
like-
pull it.
cure light wounds. Now, what if we killed Godric? Because I have a feeling we're gonna kill Godric. This is just
Absolutely.
He's
We
on-
absolutely are going to.
he's on the
Yeah,
list.
he's got some real Something vibes.
I
Um,
might.
what happens with your people? Are you gonna move in and be able to coexist? Is there some other leader
It-
to prop up? Are we doing a whole Banana Republic
If
thing
you
here?
are correct that Kilka exists, we were told she was killed in Zanu's attack.
Yeah, Zanu didn't do that.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
What?
Want proof? Want to talk to my sword?
Lucas, roll
Not
me
doing
con
that.
save.
God.
+4.
That's a
It
28.
seems
I
that-
don't need it.
Zanu was very bad at killing people by the sounds of it.
Let me. I'm taking the 14.
I'm doing it at disadvantage. Why?
Emotions.
+4.
Taking the +4. It's an 18.
You are. And Luna, this is your dream for that night.
Oh, cool.
Where did I put my notes?
That whole thing she said previously, just that again, but in
No.
your brain.
So Zanu, Kilka comes to visit Zanu by herself one day. And he looks down to her. This is after she's been augmented. And this is after the scientists have all left for the day. He looks down at you, Kilka. I am most worried.
What about?
Do you believe something artificial can have feelings?
This unit have a soul.
Yes, I do believe so.
If that is true, then I am defective.
I don't think so.
You know the rules, Kilka. They will have me destroyed.
Don't want that to happen.
These
They should.
feelings. I worry for you and Gothica the most.
As you should. I believe that you are just like us.
Is there a possibility that Gothica also has feelings?
I do believe so, yes. And not for that. Not for that.
Oh. You mean, and he kind of like does a haughty like walk, imitating Godric's walk.
Yeah, not that person.
Gothica
Yeah.
has asked to speak with me.
She told me that not long ago as well.
I am most afraid of what will happen.
Let her know what you feel.
And it is not, and if it is not shared,
Then it was never meant to be. But from our talks, you've Do you both feel the same way?
Kilka, I wish that if something were to happen to me, protect Gothica with your life.
I will.
Lucas, you have this memory kind of pop up and it's almost immediate. It's immediately pulled from you. Almost like you weren't supposed to see that. It broke through.
Zanu.
So break free.
I wanna break free.
I'm gonna let them know we have a little bit of time before I go and start murdering. And darkness and shattering just kind of appear around Lucas.
Here I go murdering.
Like the very air cracks around him a little bit.
What the party sees is Lucas disassociates for a moment while y'all are talking. And then kind of comes back with the shadow that he's talking about.
We come full circle. All right. So, do we know what Kilka's significance was besides being a princess? Would her return
The-
actually change anything for the city?
She
The-
made Zanu.
She did not.
She didn't make Zanu, she was his friend.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, Gothy and Kilka
It sounded
were
like
12
I
when Zanu was
misunderstood
made.
when it sounded like he was made. Sorry.
No, the Proclaimers made him, but
She was Zanu's friend.
Mm-hmm.
And they called them defective.
I remember that.
Defective because of her wild magic?
Because they could feel.
Even with the crystal, the whole process, they could still feel.
That's why they're defective, because they weren't able to fully remove the emotions.
It sounds like less of a them issue and more of a lack.
Miserable
The one
existence.
who augmented them.
I'm going to teach that man how to fear.
What you. The three families represented the three pillars of Fort Claimer society. Kilka came from the magic family. She was the most powerful mage we had seen in centuries.
Is that?
Gothy.
I was like, she is that.
Gothica was the science and technology. Her family was in charge of creating Zanu, while Godric was in charge of military. and
Nobody
combat.
from their branches stepped up when they vanished. It's just been Godric since then.
Unfortunately, their families were wiped out.
Yeah.
I wonder by who.
Yes, because I'm so shocked by this and appalled. I would have never seen such perfidy coming. And
It's just sudden but inevitable betrayal.
yeah. So, if Godric falls, is there anybody? Because I don't see Luna, Kilka, whatever, actually wanting to stay.
Godric was partnered with Gothica. He never took another partner after her death.
Would he try to partner with Luna?
And she looks at you confused. She doesn't know that name.
Kilka.
Most definitely. That would be the smartest military move.
It would shore up the power base. So, and right now he's probably filling our head with all sorts of nonsense about how he was the only good guy and everything that bad happened was somebody else's fault and he's the only one she can trust. And
I'm gonna raise that city.
see, now I was talking about dropping rock for hours today, and just now it's okay to burn out the city. Is that?
Well, things have changed.
Anyway,
And you see, like, the sky crack around him still more.
so are there any things that are known issues to the city? I'm not saying that you aren't necessarily militarily equal, but there's something preventing him from fully, burling you in, the augmented over.
Well, one, as he sends out hunters to find us, he never has.
Well, some of them are nearsighted.
He does not send his best.
It really doesn't.
The hunters he has sent out, we have thankfully been able to kill very easily.
Would it
It
be
is
a
obvious
problem?
that they are sending. What is obvious to us is Rashaka is dying. They do not have the population anymore. We do not know why.
Means that they may start getting desperate.
Did we notice the lack of children when we were
You guys weren't
escorted?
through the city?
Yeah.
Yes, you would have.
Encino would
So
have.
none of them. And none
What
of them
is
know how to
wrong
do
with
the
the city with no children? The answer seems obvious.
So they're not having kids for some reason. It's probably not a curse or anything.
No. From our understanding of those that we have taken in, there are not enough crystals.
Okay, and let me.
The master must keep his control.
I hate to ask, but where do the crystals come from? Where did they originally come from? How were they generated in mass?
Which crystals?
The ones that they need to shove
They
in their
can
chest
use
holes.
Any of the crystals.
But there aren't enough of them. Why are they running out?
We do not know.
Okay. Do you remember how they were made? Was that something that was taught to your people before the fall?
After the portal was destroyed, we were unable to make more crystals.
Encino glances to Badges.
The labs.
Oh yeah, the labs with the tubes where they had the god imprisoned. Were they? Do I need to make an intelligence roll for
Yes,
this?
you do.
I'm in.
Nice.
And godly nipples, you feeling a buzzing?
17.
You got it. You know that whatever energy that they didn't use for Zanu was used to create the crystals.
So they stole a sun out of the sky, used it to make Zanu, and whatever wasn't Zanu was poured into their crystals. And he's gonna look up. There are two suns in the sky. Is
Yes,
that?
there are.
He's gonna look up and he's gonna be like
this.
Just like there was before.
They're. Oh my god! They're gonna try and steal another sun.
Yep.
And with that, I'm cutting for tonight.
Oh.
It's
I have
fine.
a
Things are
terrible idea.
I'm sorry, Ruth. I tried to start a fight. Everybody was being so reasonable.
Well, we needed a session where we actually talked for once.
That too. But you know what? We've got next time.
It's the Thursday curse, y'all.
Is it a Thursday curse that we can never sit down and chat for like 5 seconds because we're always
No,
too
it's the
busy
fact
going
that
off on
every
something?
time we have all the tanks, we don't ever get into combat.
I
We did-
know.
Pretty much determined this is going to be more like a talking, or at least that was our intent was.
After's intent was to drop rocks.
Well, what if Pebble could tell you where to drop her rocks? Have you considered?
Indiscriminate rock dropping leads to war crimes badges.
Boulder would know.
We closed the portal. Nobody knows. There's nobody to prosecute us.
That doesn't stop making them war crimes. It just means unpersecuted.
No, they're war
Prosecuted?
naughtiness. They're
War
crimes when you
naughty.
can be charged with them.
Can't raise the alarm.
You know,
if
just
there's
go into
nobody
your kitchen
alive
and
to
make some
raise
mustard
the alarm.
gas.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Thank you for the crazy night that this night was.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
there's a scene I have written that I'm very excited for. I don't know when it's gonna happen, and I don't know how Luna's gonna react.
Is it Godric going, "What are you doing?" And then just
No.
oh. Okay.
This is a question I'm going to ask now because it will affect my long-term plans.
Mhm.
Can Zanu affect influence over anyone that has a crystal inside of them?
Mm,
As the
Let me
fact
talk
that the
to you
crystals were
off
made out of him later.
let me talk to you off stream.
Maybe that's probably the reason why it worked. A little spooky thing.
We just need Godric to give me a chest bump. And we can give him one of the crystals and then
Not what I meant.
Thank you.
Not the crystal I meant.
Anyways.
Thank you so much, y'all. Oh Lord. Thank you to Nick. We're gonna learn more about Boulder. We're
One
going
day.
to. Thank you to Solar for Luna. I'm so sorry about what I am doing to your character.
Oh, but I'm having so much fun playing it out.
I still love this one.
Thank you to Ruth. I'm so sorry we didn't get to hit anything. I was seriously thinking that y'all were just gonna barge in and try and save her this time. So I
I would
actually
love to.
had it set up
That's
for
next
that.
session.
Thank you to Bat Kyle. The fact that someone has almost figured out the plan. You're close.
close enough.
Thank you to Scarred.
He's gonna
with
pump a
Lucas.
baby out of Kilka and then make that into a new god. That's the idea.
I'm gonna skip you now. Thank you to Bison for bringing in Sino and Curry. Oh Lord, that poor little tiny dragon has no idea. Oh my Lord,
He's trying.
Or curry.
poor Curry. Thank you to our producer who, yes, I do love that I got the you know what pulled on me tonight. Yay. Thank you to Chad. As always, I couldn't read your comments, but I thank you for being here. And I thank you to those watching in the future.
If you
Or
liked it
on-
this far, you can go ahead and if you're on YouTube and you liked it, you watched this far, you can go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and hit the ring bell so you can know when we download more stuffs. There we go.
Yes, thank you. We are on how many nights a week now?
Enough.
A lot.
Yeah.
There's a new show coming in the
Yes.
soonish.
New things
There
are
is.
coming down
Excuse me.
eventually. If you can't be nice, if you can't be kind to each other, please be nice to each other. Night, y'all.
Bye.
Good night.